How's it going? So I'm kind of excited for this one because I love showing off cheap but high quality guitars on this show. Also like showing off the expensive ones and getting surprised by some pretty amazing paint jobs. So today on the chopping block, we've got a couple of offerings from the new Harley Benton Goto series. Now this isn't quite a Fearless gear review because this isn't self-funded. They did send me these guitars, but I did have to pay some taxes and fees to get them in the country to the tune of $130. So I am going to say that gives me license to evaluate this like any normal consumer would, because it cost me out of pocket money to actually make this show happen. So that being said, yeah, I'm not going to pull any punches in my feelings on these, but $295, I mean, my expectations aren't quite as high as if they were, say, a $2,800 guitar. Now, we've got a single cut here, and we've got a DC style as well, because we're not allowed to use the traditional names for them on advertising, but yeah, this looks to be the DC style. Let's see here. I was just going to say, yeah, the last Harley Bentons I had on the show were a couple of the Amarocks, and they were amazing. Yeah, we get the In Case of Fire Rescue My Guitars. That's always fun. And yeah, this looks to be the DC, which is a very, very famous style guitar that was made famous by a certain Angus Young and played by many metal players over the years, including Glenn Tipton from Judas Priest, one of my favorite guitar players. Anyway, let's see what we got here. I asked for blue. I'm kind of curious. It looked cool on the website. Let's see what we get. Ooh. That's actually kind of nice. Wow. Look at that. Still got the old tagger on here. Actually, that's pretty badass. Seeing a minor flaw here. I don't know if I just need to wipe the guitar down or what. I mean, like, might need a bit of a tuning as well. Action does need to be set, I believe. Nah, it's almost in tune. Yeah, it just feels like it's a little high over the 12th, so we probably just need to set the Tune-O-Matic bridge here. Shouldn't be a big deal. Looks like, I don't know if these are separate volume knobs or this is just a volume tone. Not sure what's going on there. But again, for $295, my expectations are not high, but I will say this. At least they got the neck joint correct. There's no split right down there, so I feel pretty good about that. The neck's good, the weight's good. I don't feel any neck dive. It does seem to be balanced correctly, which is more than I can say for certain much more expensive models of this guitar from other manufacturers. But yeah, these are the made in Indonesia ones, and I gotta say, I'm really blown away by the guitars coming out of Indonesia these days. Price, performance, just overall longevity, that kind of thing. I've got a green Harley Benton Amarok sitting on the rack over there that's just phenomenal. It hasn't given me any fret creep or anything like that. Nothing's poking out. So yeah, I gotta say though, it is a little bit high out of the box. I wish that was a little bit lower, but just sighting down the neck here doesn't look half bad. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the other guitar and take a look at that as well. Let's throw this on a stand and we'll pull the other one out of the box and see what we get. I'm hearing something rattling around in here and that scares me just a little bit. Hopefully this survived the trip over from Germany. Oh, it's silica gel. Oh, no, it's silica gel balls. They kind of, something, oh yeah, something definitely exploded in here. You know, it keeps the guitar dry and all that kind of thing. Obviously, one of the bags didn't survive the journey, but that's okay. Not the end of the universe. I do have a vacuum cleaner, so I was wondering what the hell that noise was. Shit. Now, the cool thing here is we do have an inspection card, and hopefully the people at Thomann did a better inspection than the people at Gibson did with their guitar. Let's see what we get. I'm really not looking forward to cleaning those up. Now, I asked for black here because black is going to reveal any kind of flaw in the finish, like, immediately. Okay, obviously we got to clean a little bit of the dust off. Oh, this has got Tesla pickups. How about that? I had some Teslas in that other single cut I demoed on the show there a couple weeks back from 10S. Thought they were very, very nice pickups indeed. So let's see what we get here. What's the first impression? Other than, I hate that. I need to get those in a bag immediately. Weight's pretty good. Doesn't seem too bad. Let's see what the action's like. Well, let's see if it's in tune. Almost, not too bad. Okay, maybe it does need a little work. Yeah, action could be a little bit better. It's a little bit on the high side, not nearly as bad as that super expensive V I just unboxed there a couple of weeks back, but it's not bad. It still needs a bit of an adjustment. I'm going to take the bridge down just a hair. I'm just feeling for any fret creep here. I think we're in good shape. Maybe one might be borderline right here, not sure, but not bad at all. Again, this is a $295 guitar, not a $3,000 guitar. So just goes to show what kind of quality you can get for 10 times less money. Okay, little nick in the finish right here. I don't even know if you can see that. Neck joint. Nope, no issues with the finish at the neck joint either, so that's a big plus there. Like I said, I'm seeing the most tiny flaw. It looks like this guitar has been played for. This might be a floor model or something like that. Now, you can see a bit of the wood coming through the finish in the back here. You can see where the different pieces have been glued together. So that's not exactly perfect, and there's a tiny scratch right here. But again, I don't feel so bad about that considering this is a $300 guitar, not a $3,000 guitar. I think I can live with that for the money. Now again, this is the kind of guitar, if I scratch it up, I'm not going to get worried about it. This is a good learner guitar, but I'm kind of curious how well it's going to sound, you know, mic'd up, you know, in a recording studio situation. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make a couple of adjustments to the guitar. I'm going to plug it in and see what happens. Here we go. All right, it's the next day. I thought after I got the guitar set up, I'd kind of let them sit for a day, see how they felt. And I got to say, first thing when I picked these up, wow, do they feel great. So it didn't take much work to get them into the shape that I really like. It was about maybe a quarter crank on the truss rod and maybe half a crank on the bridge. And that's it. And the guitar just plays absolutely beautiful. Wow, not a bad guitar at all. Like I said, I like the action right where I got it here. It's not too high and it's not, you know, making any kind of weird noises or anything like that. It's not buzzing or doing anything undue. It just feels really good. And I'm pretty impressed with the neck pickup as well on this guitar. That is not too bad at all, I gotta say. Yeah, once I got it dialed in, this guitar plays absolutely brilliantly. Now, if you're into the whole specs thing, I'll give you the quick rundown of what this guitar is all about. This has a weight-reduced Natoya body with arched top. I have no idea what Natoya wood is, but again, if you think the type of wood is going to affect your guitar tone, there's loads of evidence that proves otherwise. Got a mahogany neck, rosewood fingerboard, trapezoid finger inlays, 7-ply binding. It's got a modern C neck profile. The scale length is 628 millimeters. I don't know what that is in freedom units, and the fretboard radius is 254 millimeters. Now, most importantly, it's got a Graphtec tusk nut, and I think that is very important when it comes to tuning stability, because I'm not spending a lot of time tuning this guitar. It seems to hold it very well, whereas on a traditional single cut from a certain American manufacturer, I've come to loathe them in the studio because you often spend more time tuning them than you do actually recording them, because the strings tend to get caught in the nut. That's a serious gripe of mine that I've had for a number of years, and I'm glad they just completely sidestepped the issue with this one. So yeah, we got the 2 Tesla VR2 Alnico 5 humbuckers. There's 2 volumes and 1 tone control, a 3-way switch. It's got Goto Colson tuners, gold-plated hardware, obviously, and comes with 10 to 46 strings. And once again, a pretty decent finish as well. This is the high gloss black paint job, and I wanted to get this just so I could show off what we get out of the factory. And it's not bad at all. Couple little minor things, but honestly, I've had guitars where I paid 10 times as much money and never got anything that looked this good. So yeah, I gotta say, Harley Benton, you really knocked this one out of the park. This is a hell of a deal. Yeah, that's not too bad at all. Now, I noticed the pickups are not super high output. These definitely aren't active, but you know, they've got a nice little grind to them. But you're really digging on the strings. Now, I am kind of curious about this. I seem to be able to play this guitar fairly expressively. It's no problem really getting some squawks out. That might have something to do with the Graphtec Tusk guitar pick I'm using as well. Been using these for the last couple of years. They're phenomenal. Now, of course, one of the big tests for a guitar's expressiveness is if I can pull off the squeal for the bottom riff on No More Tears. Last couple guitars I've been managing to do it. This one, I seem to have no problem getting pitch harmonics on. Let's see how it does in a drop D setting. Yeah, not bad. Hell yeah, I've always wanted to get that squeal. That's a little bit more like it. Then again, practice makes perfect. All right, that is super fun. I gotta say, for $295 US, this is not too bad at all. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Apparently this might do cleans as well. Let's find out real quick. Yep, does cleans. All right, and next up here, we've got the double cut, going for a whopping $269 US. I gotta say, I think this guitar gets my vote for the steel deal of the century, because once I got the neck adjusted and the bridge set up properly, this guitar plays like absolute butter. Yeah, I gotta say, this one's got a little bit more of a snarly, kind of fuzzy thing going on compared to the single cut version. And that's on the bridge pickup. We get on the neck and it gets really swampy really quick. That's kind of fun. I think I might want to go find a fuzz pedal for this thing. Oh wait, I just sold my fuzz pedal, but nonetheless, I can probably throw this up on one of the amp channels and get something really gnarly out of it. But still, I just want to play old Priest riffs on this. Like Glenn Tipton was slinging an SG on the first couple of Priest records, like Sad Wings of Destiny. That. Yeah, that's definitely the stuff right there. Yeah, that's feeling great. Again, I can't believe this is only $269. Once again, pickups are not hot. Let me throw a little overdrive on this. Oh yeah, in case you were wondering what the signal chain was, we're going into the Engel Fireball 100 out into a Hatsu Demon cab with an SM57 and a top secret condenser that I can't tell you guys about. The video is going to be premiering on the first day of NAMM. However, keep your eyes peeled for that because it's a very cool piece of gear. All right, so kick on an overdrive. Let's see how that tightens things up. That's not bad at okay, not bad. You know, overall though, one of my biggest gripes over the years have been clients bringing in crap guitars that won't stay in tune, that have got broken electronics, just, you know, falling apart, that sort of thing. I think Harley Benton's bringing some real value to low-cost guitars. This, despite all the abuse I just gave it, managed to stay in tune, and I think that's really important, especially in a recording situation. If a client were to bring in something like this, I wouldn't cringe and say, no, pick something up off the shelf. You know, what else I've got in here ready to go? As long as it's in tune, you know what? This would work on a record. This really would. And here's the thing. I've had vintage originals of this style of guitar come in that wouldn't hold their tuning. I've had to throw in an entire album's worth of guitar tracks because it wouldn't stay in tune. This seems to be doing the job very nicely. No complaints at all here. Even the G string's in tune. Just ever so flat on the E string there. That's it. I would love to dual volume controls here, but hey, for the price, I think I can live with just having a single volume and tone. Oh yeah, and once again, for the people out there who get off on specs, it's got the Natoya body, mahogany neck, rosewood fingerboard, scale of 628 millimeters in actual mathematical units. I have no idea what that is in freedom units. 254 mil fretboard, and the nut width is 43 millimeters. Once again, the Graphtec Tusk nut. I gotta say, massive thumbs up for including those. 22 jumbo frets. It's got the 2 Tesla Alnico 5 humbuckers, 3-way switch, Goto Tunematic bridge, double action truss rod, Goto Klesson tuners, and the gold-plated hardware. So it's very similar to the other one, even though it's the same style of pickups. This guitar does sound a little bit nastier. And the guitar definitely doesn't get hurt by a bit of an overdrive boost into the amp. There's it definitely can benefit from that quite a bit. I do like the sound of this guitar. I love the fact that it stays in tune so well and I don't have to spend time messing with it. I think for $269, this is an absolute steal. Would I recommend this to somebody who wants to learn guitar? Yes, I would. And for the record, if you're worried about import fees, that kind of thing, it cost me 140 Canadian dollars to get both these into the country. I'm not sure what the shipping cost was on that because Thomann said it, but if you're curious about that, head up their website or give them a call. I know their phone support is outstanding at Thomann, and just find out how much it would cost to get a couple guitars shipped across the pond. I think this is an unbeatable deal, and if Thomann ever opens up a sort facility in North America somewhere, I think a lot of the other retailers are going to be in some serious trouble. Now, this does have a couple of little issues with the paint, and as I've learned over the last couple of weeks, doing a sparkle finish paint job is definitely not the world's easiest thing to do. The actual finish itself is great. I don't see any streaking or wood grain left over. They did get the appropriate number of coats on the guitar, but it looks like a little bit of dust was left on the guitar before they clear coated it. Somebody didn't blow it off correctly, or either that or wherever they're making these in Indonesia, they need to work on getting a better clean room for their paint booth, because there are some dust specks on that, and that definitely needs some attention, because you can definitely see some dust specks trapped in the clear coat here. And it's the same kind of thing if you've ever put a glass cover on an iPhone and whatnot and you got a speck of dust stuck on there, it's like, fuck! You know, once it's there, you really can't do much about it. So that's the only thumbs down I'm going to give. But still, this is a better paint job than the $3,000 Gibson I bought 2 weeks ago there. This is far better. There's no cracking, there's no streaking. There's a couple little dust specks, but on a $269 guitar, I think I can live with that. On a guitar that costs more than 10 times that, no, I wouldn't put up with that. But price to performance on this, damn! Harley Benton, you guys knocked it out of the park with these. I definitely recommend to anyone who wants to get maybe even a backup guitar or a guitar for a gift, or if anybody's interested in buying a guitar for a learner. Harley Benton is really hard to beat when it comes to price to performance at this level. I gotta give a massive thumbs up to this. This one is an absolutely incredible value, and this one's pretty sick as well. Here's hoping Harley Benton does a V at some point, because I would love to see a guitar in that style for this kind of price point as well one day. Don't take my word for it. I'd say go over to the website, check it out for yourself. I've got a couple of affiliate links in the description below. Take a look. I think these are absolutely killer, especially concerning just how little they cost. Bottom line, yeah, when it comes to price to performance, Harley Benton is very difficult to beat. I'm very impressed with both of these instruments, with this one being probably the best bang for the buck guitar I've ever come across. This is just simply spectacular for the money. Great job, Harley Benton, but don't take my word for it. Follow the link in the description below. Yes, it's an affiliate link. Check them out. See if it's feasible for you, especially if you're living in Canada or the States, to get it shipped over. It might just be worth checking out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.